Good morning and welcome back. We now turn to our press segment where we shed light on some of the most prominent headlines in today's newspaper. In the beginning, we read from Moncia William, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli salutes players after impressive championship. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli has praised the Pharaohs for the impressive performance showing at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, describing their strong participation as a source of pride for the country and beyond. The North African powerhouse come to a 3-2 defeat to Argentina in the round of 16 clash on Tuesday, ending their presence in North America. Speaking during the weekly government meeting at the new administrative capital on Wednesday, Madbouli extended his appreciation to the players, technical staff and administrators for their valiant performance and the unprecedented results achieved at the tournament. The Prime Minister also thanked the Egyptian Football Association's Board of Directors for their efforts in supporting the team, while expressing gratitude to Egyptian fans at home and abroad who backed the Pharaohs throughout the competition. Madbouli further acknowledged the support received from friendly nations, officials and supporters around the world, saying the backing shown towards Egypt's team was a source of great pride for Egyptians. Reflecting on Egypt's dramatic 3-2 defeat to Argentina in the round of 16, the Prime Minister insisted that the Pharaohs earned global respect and despite falling short against the former world champions. Madbouli highlighted the team's fighting spirit and commitment throughout the tournament, saying their performance exceeded expectations. He concluded by inviting the national team to return home and celebrate their achievement with supporters, praising their dedication and efforts on football's biggest stage. From Al Ahram, we also read Egypt's foreign ministry praises the diaspora for backing Pharaohs during the World Cup 2026. Ministry of Foreign Affairs praised Egyptians living abroad for their patriotic role in supporting the national football team throughout its historic 2026 FIFA World Cup participation. The ministry expressed its deep appreciation for the Egyptian communities around the world, particularly in the United States, where they turned out in large numbers to back the Pharaohs during the tournament. The ministry said the enthusiastic support and civilized cheering displayed by Egyptian fans reflected their deep sense of belonging and presented a positive image of Egypt abroad. It described Egyptians overseas as an authentic extension of the Egyptian state, saying they play a vital role in strengthening the country's standing and promoting its positive image on the international stage. The ministry added that the national unity demonstrated by Egyptians abroad behind the team embodied the strength of bonds connecting Egyptians inside and outside the country and reaffirmed their pride in their national identity. It also noted that Egyptians abroad serve as unofficial ambassadors for their homeland, helping convey its message and enhance its international presence. In another article we read from Moncia William, Egypt files FIFA complaint over Argentina World Cup loss. Egypt demands FIFA investigation into referee. The Egyptian Football Association has formally complained to FIFA, demanding an investigation into French referee François Letexier and his officiating team. Following their 3-2 loss to Argentina in the World Cup round of 16, the complaint cites serious refereeing mistakes and double standards, including a disallowed Mustafa Zico goal after a VAR review for a foul on Lisandro Martinez and a missed penalty claim.
The Cairo Opera House theaters have the latest theatrical and technical capabilities in Africa and the Middle East, allowing the presentation of the world's various cultures and arts on its 7 stages. It presents and works to raise the level of the Egyptian companies and ensembles affiliated with the National Cultural Center, the Cairo Opera House, which are the Cairo Symphony Orchestra, the Cairo Opera Company, the Modern Theater Dance Company, the Religious Chanting Company, the Cairo Opera Choir, Abdel Halim Nuera Arabic Music Ensemble, the National Arabic Music Ensemble, the Arabic Heritage Music Ensemble, the Cairo Opera Children's Choir, and the charming Cairo Opera Ballet Company. It is noteworthy that the music for the ballet The Nutcracker was written by the Russian composer Tchaikovsky in 1891, inspired by one of the stories of the French writer Alexandre Dumas, who in turn adapted it from the novel The Nutcracker and the Mouse King by Ernest Hoffmann. It was shown for the first time in 1892 on the stage of the Imperial Opera House in St. Petersburg and is considered one of the most important performances. It is the classic of the Cairo Opera Ballet Company, where it was presented for the first time on the Grand Theatre at the Cairo Opera House in 1993, and since then it has been shown annually in December to celebrate the new year with the same designs of its artistic elements such as decorations, costumes and music in order to preserve its classic character. Cinderella is a ballet composed by Sergei Prokofiev to a scenario by Nikolai Volkov. It's one of the Prokofiev's most popular and melodious compositions that has inspired many choreographers since its inception. The piece was composed between 1940 and 1944. The ballet Romeo and Juliet is composed by the Russian international musician Sergei Prokofiev and dances by Leonid Lavrovsky, John Cranko, Macmillan, and the Egyptian legend Abdelmenem Kamel. The story is inspired by the famous English tragic comedy William Shakespeare of the same name and set in the Italian city of Verona, and tells the story of the struggle between the two most prestigious families in the city, Monte and Capulet, where two lovers, Romeo and Juliet, come out and try to bond despite the differences between the two families, but the result of their conflict leads to their inevitable fate, which is death. Noteworthy that the Cairo Opera Ballet Company was founded in 1966 and was affiliated with the Higher Institute of Ballet and presented its first performances in the same year. It was launched outside Egypt since 1972 and toured many countries of the world, including Russia, Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, Germany, France, and Tunisia, and many other countries. It became one of the affiliated teams to the Cairo Opera House in 1991, and its repertoires include a group of the most famous international classical performances, including Romeo and Juliet, Swan Lake, The Nutcracker, Giselle, Don Quixote, Cinderella, Hamlet, and many others.